Okay. Pause. Okay, playtime's over. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Okay, let's get this week started. Thank you guys for being here. Excuse me for the Ness-esque long ass intro. But I looked down at my thing and I was like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? It was 4:01. Sorry, I started at 4:01. I will try to do better. Vibrant Law, Brick Girl, Brown Sugar 74, Linda B, Miss Jones, Mrs. 313, Freedom Fighter. Thank you guys for being here. And Renee, it's always good to see you. Choreo Lover, a perfect, great mod. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for being here. And please hit the like button on your way in, Madison W. Thank you for being here as well. Sandra, remember that 227 Sandra? Okay, Ox City Queen, youngest, how are you? Miami Popo, good to see you. I think I spoke to Miss Jones. If not, Miss Jones, hello again. Youngest, thank you for being here. Miss LA, Miss Queenie, outspoken, thank you for being here. Big Set, peace and multiple blessing to you. Jay Parrish, always good to see you. Rasta Baby, what's up? What's up? Just Net, Voodoo, Tanty. Thank you all for coming out and spending a little time with me this morning. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Working and can't speak individually. We understand that you are always greeting everyone, and so we do understand, Corey or Lover, that you can't speak individually, but thank you for being here. I always appreciate you. Focus on you. It's always good to see you, Barn Dog. Good morning to you, BJ. Good morning. Good morning, Dovey Milton. Thank you for being here. Please thumbs up the live. Okay, and please take the poll, because I always read my poll because I always want to know who's who and what do you do when you come in. And I ask you to please hit the like button. Okay. Hey Cruiser, good morning to you as well. Okay, YouTube cameras. I caught a little bit of you in the early morning live, and I want to nitpick with you a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna nitpick with YouTube cameras. Um, for just one little thing that you said, YouTube cameras. So, Andrew, I didn't see Angie and Natural Lux. Well, Angie and Natural Lux, thank you for being here. I didn't see you as I was scrolling down. Nurse Shay, oh, there's Naturally Lux right there. Shantae, thank you for being here. YouTube cameras, you got a minute? You got a minute, YouTube cameras? We're going to start off early. YouTube cameras, can you hit the link, please? If you don't mind. Yatanya, thank you for being here. Okay, there's the link for YouTube cameras and YouTube cameras only. I think she's going to be quick work. She's never problematic, but I just wanted to double check with her to see if her hearing is well or her eyesight works well. So we're going to talk to YouTube cameras for a little bit here. If she hits the link. YouTube camera, you're going to hit the link? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, she's going to hit the link. She said, uh-oh, first. Hey, Black Pearl, good to see you this morning. Okay. Oh, my. Oh, and just cooling is here as well. Just cooling. Uh, you can grab a hold of the link too if you want. Ann Collins, good to see you. Hey, Chrissy, how are you doing? Do you guys see the link? I don't see anyone hitting the link. Uh, you guys, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so I am going to give these ladies a second to hit the link. Ronnie Q, I'm here. Oh, where else would you be? I know you here today. Where else would you be? Yes, you're here. It's always good to have you. Whenever you can come to see me, Cooling, it is always good to have you. Hey, Lita, how you doing? Okay, link for you too. Why not? Jay Parrish. Oh, she's speaking to Jay Parrish. So, are you ladies gonna hit the link or no? Let me do. Okay, I see YouTube cameras. Let me put a banner up. A banner that is kind of apropos for YouTube cameras. Let me see what banner I'm gonna put up for YouTube cameras. Hmm. Oh, and Coolin's here as well. Okay, we're gonna kill two birds. Well, not kill. We're gonna knock out two birds with one stone. Okay, so we're gonna put. I think I played myself banner up for YouTube cameras. Is that you?
What is that, Ben? Yes, it's me. It's me. Can you hear me? Is my audio okay?
It's popping a little bit, but I can hear you. Just Cooling. Is that you?
Yes, I was trying to fix my picture on this thing, but it didn't do it. So, but it's me. I had my camera on a while ago.
Oh, I didn't see that. I had the I think I played myself banner up before I brought you
Okay.
young ladies up. So YouTube cameras,
Okay.
first of all, you. Okay, what is it that you do not understand about the group?
I know what you're
Because
gonna
I
ask.
was
Okay, go
listening.
ahead.
Go ahead, tell me what you think I'm gonna ask you.
I know it has to do with the Yaya and the Brianna stuff. Is that what you're gonna ask about?
Mm,
Hmm?
not at all. Not at all. No,
Oh,
not at
okay.
all. Okay. What hey Connie. Hey Sunshine. What I was gonna ask you is what don't you understand about the group? Because I was listening to your commentary and I don't want to criticize you too much, but there was a couple of inaccuracies that you said when doing your commentary, and I think that
Which part?
leads I think that it leads the viewer to think something is amiss. Okay, what you said was, um, well, I don't know what's going on, and the people in the group are not going to say anything about what went on in the group. But that's inaccurate. And I understand what you're saying, trying to like choose a side. But the people in the group have said many times what went on in the group. It has not been accepted because it's not scandalous or salacious. The people in the group, so many people in the group have said many times what went on in that group and what did not go on in that group. But it's just routinely rejected because people would rather say what the Miss O lied and said went on in the group without offering any factor evidence too. And this is the United States of America when the accuser is the one who has the burden of proving their point. You understand?
Yep, but I think there was a misunderstanding of what I was referring to. I'm referring to the group not showing any receipt. And the thing is, they're not going to, and they don't have to. And even if they showed receipt, I don't think it's going to solve anything because people will just question more. Yes, this whole thing started because of DMSO. And I think people are losing sight of the fact that it started because of what was put out there. And regardless of what the group says, people are going to choose sides and people are going to go with whatever side they want. The group is not putting out messages. King Roman News is not putting out any messages, and they don't have to. It won't
Right.
matter anyway.
Okay, that I was just making sure that when you said that the group is not putting out any giving any the group is not saying anything. I think that's what kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The group has said many a times, so
Oh,
that's all I
yeah.
wanted to say. Okay, so yeah, just say you can say what you want, but I'm just like saying like uh, I'm a stickler for just the facts. But thank you for covering, and thank you for your your commentary, and thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. I always
No
catch
problem.
your show whenever I can, especially in the replay, or especially because you come on late at night too, and I do this early morning thing. So thank you for coming up, YouTube cameras. Anything else?
No
Anything you want to ask
problem.
me?
No, that's it. I'm just gonna drop down in the chat and enjoy the commentary. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hmm.
Colin.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Okay,
Coolin,
I'll be
what's
in the
going on?
chat. Okay.
All right,
Okay, can
thank you.
y'all hear
All
me?
right,
Because I
Coolin,
don't know, when y'all was talking, I was going like
I
in
hear
and
you.
out.
I hear you
Okay,
fine.
okay, cool
I hear you
beans. Okay.
crystal clear. Now, Coolin, what was going on in Reed's chat last night? What was that about?
Shit,
Because
I just got snapped out for no reason. I just put in regular comments and they were taken to another level. And at that point right there, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, you think what you want to think. But by the time I got ready to finish putting my comment after the question she asked me, I was blocked, I guess. So I'm just like, oh, well, keep it moving. Then I wake up to this morning, folks texting me to myself, who is cooling with the crew? And I'm like, what you mean? They're like, oh, Rita done went live on you. I'm like, okay, all righty. I mean, it is what it
yeah,
is.
yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. That's why I was like, what's up with Coolin? Because just
No, you
reading
put
it,
in there, you said peep game like I was sent or something. And I'm like,
yeah,
you know what? People feel the way
no,
they feel, and I'm not here to try to change nobody's mind. I just asked a simple question. A simple question. Because I
but
used to be over in Reed's chat a lot, and her and Rita was just going at it. But then I'm like, okay, but you saying that you don't care nothing about these people and you don't like to watch panels, but you watching their panels because you're giving commentary on it. Then she says, I'm not beef
but you
sector.
have,
I'm like, what that got to do with anything? I ain't never said I was
but
beef
you said
sector.
you
But
hold on,
okay.
Coolin. Hold on,
Mhm.
Coolin. But you also said that ain't nobody talking about her. See, and then
Okay,
that's when I was like,
because
oh, game.
and the reason
Okay,
why
go
I
ahead.
said that is because the when I'm in those live streams, I ain't never heard nobody talk about Reed like that. Unless she does a live stream and they replying from her live stream. But just to up jump and have a whole conversation about Reed, I don't see that. And that wasn't to be negative. That was just like, well, Reed, I don't be seeing nobody talking about you.
But she never says, but that was never her point. I don't believe that that was
No.
ever her point. So,
Okay,
okay, let me
if
tell
you
you
go back
something.
and watch the
Okay,
replay,
we
she
all
did
know.
make the statement. She did make the statement. Well, I
Okay,
guess in the morning I'm gonna have a lot of live streams about me, and that's why I made that comment. It
okay.
wasn't just out the
No,
blue.
no.
Mhm.
Hold on. First of all, I get what you're saying, but the way they talk about Reed is talking about what she put in her commentary without ever saying her name. Let's be clear. So that's how they
Okay.
talk about Reed. Okay, so you're not going to hear them say Reed said. But I know a lot is lost in translation when you text and your tone
Mhm.
as to what you mean. So then when I was reading that, I was like, oh, peep game, like you was caping. And I was like, what is up with cooling? And that's why I just wrote peep game. Like, she talking at you. That's what I meant by it when I said it. I didn't think it was gonna go that far. I thought you guys were gonna go back and forth and stuff. But you know how you
Right,
catch a
I did
person at
too, but I didn't.
the
She blocked
wrong
me out the
moment.
chat before I could even finish my comment. So I'm like, okay, well, okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just wanted to, check your temperature on that. And
Okay.
yes, that's it. That's all. Thank you for coming up and thank you for being here.
Okay. Likewise. Thank you for having me.
All right. All right. Hey, sophisticated Brad, how you doing? 1 second. Uh Let me see who this is. I can't tell who this is. I think it might be.
It's me. I'm Annie Q.
Hey, Dovey, go ahead and
Yeah,
talk for a
yes,
second. And
I want to ask Coolin a question. Since that we on a neutral panel, and I think so saying me and her can have a decent chat because I'm in your room. Okay, Ronnie Q. Let me go and turn off this other device in the bedroom. Ah, Hey, Ronnie Q.
Yes, Dovey, I'm sorry. I'm here. I was, yeah, go on and ask Coolin what you want to ask her.
I wanted to ask her when she come back up. Hey, Ree. Hey, everybody. Good morning. I'm sorry about my manners. Good morning, Ronnie Q. Thank you for welcoming me up. No, I
I'm sorry about
wanted,
mine.
yeah, I would like her to come
Okay,
on back up. Don't lie on you.
okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's see what.
Coolin, if you're still here, if you want to hit the link and talk to Dovey, please let us know
You got
by
to tell me
clicking
what
the
I
link and
lied
talking to
on her
Dovey.
about.
Okay,
Mhm.
she's still here. Okay, I'm sorry, Dovey. I had stepped away from the computer. I told you to go
Okay,
on
that's
and
what.
talk, and then you got quiet on me. Okay, hey Reed, how you
Hey,
doing?
Ree.
Uh, Coolin said no, she's good. So
Okay,
Coolin
then
is not going to have a
I also you
conversation with
good.
you.
Okay, then okay, so yeah, I don't want no problem with you. Okay, you and I, cause if you good. Okay, I don't want to hear no more about it. Okay, we gotta understand that you good, and that's it. Thank you, Ronnie Q, for your time and your patience. I'm gonna get down now. Thank you.
But I'm nosy, Dovey. What happened? What Coolin do to you? Coolin just been acting up. Coolin think she one of the Umarians or something. She think that she in this sector or something. I'm
No,
nosy, cool.
she's not.
Dovey. What
Cooling,
Coolin do?
when that old terrible guy over there was doxing people, Cooling was dropping people's name in the chat. I don't know the people name she dropping in the chat because I don't know nobody's real name. Cooling was doing it. And then when the thing when
Was
that boy went when that boy went away or something other than we all was talking about it on Lady Nika channel. I'm gonna put like we was talking about on Lady Nika channel. And I told them Putin and they was talking about all the people that was dropping stuff. I say, you know what? Cooling be right over here with y'all. Cooling was dropping names in that guy chat too. I said it, I stand by it. The names that I don't know nobody's real name. But she was dropping them in there. And as they was calling out people's name, my name, Corny name, um, a couple more other people, the names that we know, she basically was laughing about it. Which that is her that's her thing. Yeah, you can laugh about it. Hey, it's always funny and cute until it was happening to you. But she said that I lied on her. And I still stand my ground. If I lied,
okay?
then I guess that she gonna have to live with it with that lie. But I mean exactly what I said, and I saw what I saw. It wasn't only me, it was
Okay,
others.
Dovey. Okay, Dovey. Well, I thank you for
Okay, that's what it was.
um coming up because yeah, I don't want to really discuss that whole situation on my channel
Okay,
because I just really don't. But I thank you for coming up, and
thank you.
maybe I'm a little too nosy. Thank you, Dovey. Thank
Okay,
you for
thank
being here
you.
too.
Bye.
All right, bye bye. Okay. So I got an early dose of mess it out of the way. Sophisticated Brad, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Welcome 300, the real K Fit, a view is a view. Madam Scorpio, it's always good to see you naturally Lux. I did say hi to naturally Lux. So let's get started on what we are here to talk about. So first of all my members, don't forget to, I just put a fresh email post up in the membership post. All my members, I give you a keychain made by me for you for supporting me. Go to the community wall post and you will see a membership post and let you know how to get to me. And I can get that out to you. Also, coming up on June 8th of this year, we will have our Perfect Pet, the second annual, biannual, Perfect Pet competition, June 8th of 2024. All pets, any pet is able to compete if they can do three tricks on your command, or if they can complete an obstacle course with three obstacles. Uh, we're going to have a pregame show this year. Winner takes all for both competitions. The biggest competition is the competition where they have to do the obedience thing. But we are going to have a pregame show, which is going to be a beauty contest. You're all welcome to join. If you think your pet is the cat's meow, please enter your dog either the beauty contest, the challenge contest, or both. Both contests will have their own separate pot, and winner will take all. We are going to have some good judges that knows something about animals. Please come out on June 8th. So let's get to what we're going to talk about today. So, I assume that all of you guys were around over the weekend. Let me see. I have a pet. I have a pet rat and cats. Well, if you have a pet rat and cats, you need to shoo them cats away because they are not doing the job that they are made to do. Because you should not have both cats and rats. Good morning, She's Legs. How you doing? Okay. So somebody had a question. Can you make me one with long locks? No, I have a mold. I have a mold, and I think the one with the curly. You're not a member. You're not even a member. I'm not even going into that with you. You got to become a member, and then maybe we can work something out. Okay, okay. Your issue with me is another bitch issue. Oh, you still rocking rocking a bitch symbol behind your name. That proves that you don't have a mind on your own. At Sunshine. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now Heatwave can get one with lots outspoken. Team Yaya. Okay. So okay, I'm pretty sure you guys were all here over the weekend. And it was interesting to say the least. There were a lot of lives. Um Big Sexy came out and said that she don't fuck with nobody that fuck with anybody in that group. And then Big Sexy said, I don't care. That was some snake ass shit. That whole this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden yesterday, and Big Sexy said that she was doing that going to the ops. Then come to find out, she was there the day before, sitting on the ops channel. But Big Sexy didn't tell y'all that. And Big Sexy said, she could have went on anybody else's channel. She could have went on ODS, Lady Nico, Pazar. She could have went anywhere else. But all of a sudden yesterday, Big Sexy, I ain't telling nobody where they can go. Oh, I ain't telling nobody how they should feel. Oh, I called you a snake. I ain't called you no snake. I ain't never been so happy to hear a motherfuckers get told I ain't playing no semantics with you. You said I did some snake shit, and I'm not playing no semantics with you. Child, child. When will the young and dumb ever learn? Oh my goodness, that just fed my soul to to finally grown adult women with good sense not placating these motherfucking idiots down here. It just made me feel so good to stop placating ignorance and motherfucker who's running games and full of bullshit. Oh, it just fed my soul. Oh, now you're a member. Okay, we can talk about it outspoken. Go to the community wall and we'll try to hook you up outspoken. Thank you for joining outspoken. Ah, she was like, you ain't got nothing on me. Shit, I can make it work. Okay. So yeah, so that gave me it really made me feel good. So the fact that Big Six tried to pretend like it was some type of agreement made and that we agreed to just mess around with each other on YouTube, but that's it and that's all. Well, did Big Sexy ever say that they messed around with each other off YouTube, or is YouTube? I wonder. If neither of them said that they even had anything to do with each other off YouTube. So the fact that Big Sexy thought that they could just she can come on her panel, they can go on each other panel as normal. Would that be a normal relationship, or was she even, if she was just messing around with her on YouTube, would that be something different than their relationship prior to YouTube? I'm curious because no one, okay, so, maybe that's none of my business, but, a lot of lies are told in omission. Let's be clear. Okay, so let me see what else I can say. So we saw a big bitch pussy popping on Lady Nika's channel yesterday. And yeah, that was quite interesting. So let's talk about the Scream Fest that Pizarro had over on her channel, screaming to the top of her lungs, just a whole bunch of babbling gibberish that had absolutely nothing to do with anything. She was screaming about King Roman news and fuck him and this, that, and the other. And she's screaming about Dwayne and did he do this and he's that and all of this stuff, type of stuff. She hit Lady Nika's link. Yes, she did. Okay, and that's where she told her, look, we're not playing no semantics. You said I did some snake like shit, so we not playing no semantics. I didn't call you no snake. I didn't call you no snake, child. Bye. Hey, so bomb, how you doing? Okay, so then after okay, after my life somewhere then and there about, here comes Pizarro doing her own live. And I am wondering what in the heck was she actually thinking? Oh my God, don't please tell me I got the screenshot. I didn't put the screenshot up. She was asking if Yaya was deflecting from the stuff that Ronnie Q was saying. What did you want Yaya to deflect from? Because Ronnie Q was saying what the fuck Ronnie Q wanted to say. So who going to deflect Ronnie Q from saying any motherfucking thing? Ronnie Q wasn't lying. If were you correcting Ronnie Q's lie? No, you couldn't because I wasn't lying. So who are you? Can't check me. So you asking if somebody is in my live checking me about what I'm saying. That struck me as quite comical. But she's a laughable bitch at all times. So we got to understand that. So let me see. Here it is right here. Let me add this to my repertoire of photos and let you see what this goofy bitch, while she's on her own live screaming, she is worried about what Ronnie Q is doing in her life. So is this it? I think this is it. Let me make sure. Uh. I think this is it. Let's try it and see. I forgot to load my things up. Yeah, here it is. Here it is right here. Is Yaya shutting down what's being said about us at Ronnie Q? No, she didn't. No, she didn't at all. And nor are you. Ain't nobody shutting down what's being said over here on Ronnie Q unless they come with something that is absolute fact that Ronnie Q misspoke on, bitch. Ain't nobody shutting down shit over here, bitch, including you. Okay, let's be clear. She's asking if Yaya is shutting down what's going on my channel. So these bitches sitting up, lying, making wrong moves, and then all of a sudden, Big Sexy ain't got no problem with Yaya, and it's all good. Yeah, Big Sexy rode her ass out there in the middle of the street and thought she was the biggest 18 wheeler out in that motherfucking street and got motherfucking clobbered because the fucking people wasn't going with that bullshit that she was putting down. And then now she tried to tuck her tail and run, but she got her thighs too fat that her tail can't fit between her motherfucking motherfucking leg. So therefore, your ass is all wide open, bitch. Ain't nobody going for that bullshit that you tried to pull on y'all, you motherfucking hoe. Ain't nobody going for that shit. Now you out here looking stupid, out here simping, like the simple bitch you always have proven to be. Ugh, these motherfucking bitches. Okay, so hey Miss Toby, I see you guys talking to Dwayne. Oh, just Googled. I'm not a fan of Caribbean food. Y'all talking about food at this time? Okay, so hey Soul Fight, how you doing? So let me see what else I have to talk about this morning. Um let's talk about why Coolin's here. Why see, I was wondering if I had a whole different thumbnail set up because I was wondering, hey Shady Blue, since I was wondering since MBK or whatever has deserted the Blasian dude, if I was going to have to use this as my thumbnail. I was wondering if the Blasian dude was going to have to be saved and rescued by one of the weather girls who is so enamored with him and, singing the song, It's Raining Men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Let him in. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. I was wondering if one of the weather girls was gonna have to come in and not let the Blasian dude be up there like Patti LaBelle on my own, on my own. How did it end this way? Yeah, I was wondering if that was gonna what it was gonna be this morning. But then miraculously, the Blasian dude totally canceled his show. He was like, "Oh no, it is not enough to have one of the weather girls do my show. I must have somebody like this. Oh no, I can't have him either. Oh, I have totally screwed up, and it doesn't matter. MBK left me. I have nobody to blame but myself. I think I played myself. Child, when Ness cussed that cold dude out about when he went on Ness's panel and hit her link and thought that he was being real cute, like he didn't care, and he was so unbothered. And I was just trolling. I was, and then Ness is like, "Did you think that that was a situation to troll in? This dude is sitting up there, telling you, and you coming at him all crazy and stuff." And then he's like, "No, I was trolling. I was trolling." Now all of a sudden, the whole motherfucking stage is battered, is torn and tattered and bruised and battered up. So I'm wondering if there was not enough ass kissing and licking done today. And then the simple fact that the only option would have been this one right here. This one right here, who's just oversaturated in the beef sector, with his one liners that he repeats 3 times. So I'm just wondering, I mean, we got motherfuckers out here with skin hanging off their arms like this. I mean, surely one of his number one women could have helped him carry his show. But no, there is no show because, oh my God, it's just a whole mess, a whole mess. So anyway, um, hey Wanda Mathis, how you doing? Jeez. Okay, so oh my God. Oh my God. Hey Patrice, is that Patrice Cunningham, Internet Granny? Thank you for being here. Hey Morgan. Okay, so there seems to be no show. Hey Informant Sugar. Applause Ness. Applause for Ness. Ness cussed him clean the fuck out and told him to get the fuck off of her panel. Oh, Morgan. Hello, Morgan. Long time no see, Morgan. It is so good to see you, Morgan. Thank you for being here, Morgan. Okay, so what else? Okay, so they have closed up shop over there because it seems like this person with 16,000 subscribers and who is was on his way to getting his first AdSense check until he got demonetized, can't hold a show by himself. Thus, he was only looking at his first monetization check and then quickly thereafter got demonetized. So it seems like these people who always are sitting up, the only content is getting the beef sector content entirely wrong, and then being nursed the information by dick and attention starved fat beef sector women, is over there demonetized, has no show, has nobody to carry his show, has no one like in NBK who was palatable to some people with brains. So now the show has closed down. At least MBK could have a conversation that people with half a brain could follow and converse with and lead him away from all the manosphere and all that type of stuff. At least he had information about the real world, unlike the one with the doctorate who can't hold a conversation, who does no research. How do you go through college and get your doctorate degree without being able to research, to do any type of research, is what I'm saying. How do you do that? How is that possible that you can have a doctorate degree and be so poor on researching any type of material that you're engulfing yourself in? That is a question that I want to know. You know? Okay. Okay. It's impossible. Okay, so that is one of the things that I wanted to bring your way. Okay, so MBK is fire. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, let's be clear. With trolling, I was just trolling him. I was just trolling him. No, you trolled yourself and you played yourself because that was the best thing you had going. And shit, that wasn't much with some of his attitudes, but at least you could you know go over and omit some of his attitudes by not discussing certain topics with him and have a real intelligent good conversation. Let's be clear. Okay, nobody likes everything about everyone, but I mean, come on. um it's a show of panel killers. Okay, now I was in the clouds while I was taking notes and doing some things. And why did Grish, you were very, very messy this morning, Grish. Grish was very messy. So, Grish, let me kind of realize maybe why this one wouldn't be an adequate substitute for NBK. So I was just in the clouds at someone's live, and Grish and a couple of more people hit the panel with some pertinent information, that will make you go, So I am going to put up, oh no, okay, I'm going to put up my disclaimer. I'm using this in fair use. Let me remove this comment. Okay, because I want us all to hear this. I will not be putting this, I will not be allowing you to see this video, but I just want you guys to listen to this, a little clip of this video, and I'm using it as part of its copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentating, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. So I'm going to do it for teaching, and I am going to use it for commentating. And I am going to put the hashtag of our favorite own frail First Lady, Nancy Reagan, who always reminded us to just say no. Okay, so let me share the screen with you guys. Okay, listen very carefully. carefully and tell me what you hear.
I can't do it. I can't. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Child, you can't take some people nowhere. So, were you guys aware of this little sniff fest? Were you guys aware? Now we see what is given. Now we see what is given. Hey, I'm just like quoting our first lady because that is a very famous phrase. But these are the people who have been presented over here and as noteworthy people in the beef sector. And you guys talk so poorly about other staples in the beef sector. Not you guys, a lot of people, not all of you guys. A lot of people talk so poorly about staples in the beef sector. And these people are the ones who are being propped up in the beef sector. Interesting. Interesting. For a couple of shillings, a couple of a little money, a little money. And like you guys don't know all money ain't good money. Some of us do know that. Hey, Carmex, thank you. Pepsi, Pepsi, the cola of champions. So, yeah, Grish dropped that little nugget, and yeah, if you tip this hostess, no, that's not what I'm gonna do with it. No wonder they can be on them lives all night and all morning as well. Boogie, is that you, Boogie? So, okay, somebody has a cold. I didn't hear any sneezing or coughing, but maybe their nose was running, or maybe the drip was going down their throat. Either the drip was coming out of their nose or going down their throat. It's a possibility of either one. So, so is this why he's allegedly up? Allegedly, it's not alleged, Miss Toby. It's not alleged, Miss Toby. Play the 4145 mark. Oh, hold on. I didn't know it was another mark. I have to dropped it down. I'm gonna have to go find it. Okay. Okay. The 4145 mark. Okay. 1 second. Let me find that. Okay. Okay. Let me pre-listen to it. Okay, I got you. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna the 4145. Okay, here we go. We're going to put the banner back up for fair use. We're using this for fair use, for commentating and criticism and teaching. We're going to teach the children to make sure you do all of your party favors before you start your show. How about that? Okay, here we go.
No, I'm not. I can tell you when I'm not okay. Let me show you how not okay I am. I might have to do a dance. I might have to cam up in a minute. I mean, don't play with me, nigga. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Just email it to me. All right, so let's get back into some things. I'm trying to really keep up. I'm trying to keep up. So please forgive me. I'm a little slow today. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my energy.
So he's all discombobulated. Okay, this is after the sniffing. So let's see what happens. Now we're at the 41:45 mark. Here we
I
go.
am the sun god, and I've been up for like 5 days straight. No, I'm just kidding. I did go to sleep last night, but I don't think I slept long enough because I have sleep apnea or whatever. But I'll be all right. So let me give a shout out to all my new members, not my member.
Okay. So is that far enough? Krish, would that be far enough? So he thinks he's been up for 5 days. Uh, these people who are on here telling the people in the beef sector how to do beef sector. So I'm gonna drop that link for you guys. If you want to endure yourself to punishment of the ear, you are more than welcome to go over there and check it out for yourself. But I think I really have heard enough, and here we go. So these are the people who are being presented as expert, who is talking about the algorithms and all of this stuff, and this is how it works, and this, and I've gotten so many supporters. But see what you're supporting. You see what you're supporting. You know, you know. If you uh hey, do you. Do you. That's all I got to say. Do you. Okay, so hey ODS. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. How can he afford it? I the same way he can afford tricking off money to be a staple on a channel repeating the same things, 3 times in a row. That's it. Thank you. You just wanted to hear that he's up 5 days in a row. So yeah, this is what it's giving. So now we may understand why the commentary is always on the beef sector, as wrong as it may be. It's always on the beef sector, and you ain't hearing nothing. Oh, you're gonna have to red ball it. You're gonna have to red ball it because I already played it. And yeah, just red ball it back a little bit, ODS. And I already put the video down. I put the link in the for the video in the chat, so you can go to the 33 31 minute mark and listen to the 45-minute mark and see exactly what I'm saying. So happy birthday, ODS. Okay, so let me see what else. Oh, let me get through this shit. Okay, enough of these clowns. Okay. So also what I heard that was kind of interesting. Um, you know, the chick, let's be honest, she has told her stories a many a time, but Shakimi just decided to say that he knows why she has a child, and it's because all lesbians are really bisexual, and all women are really bisexual, not lesbians. He said all women are really bisexual, and he said that even a lesbian woman gets near a man, her gets all hard and her coochie gets all wet. To which J Dunn and QI hit the panel and really gave him the riot act because and they did it quite eloquently, and they said, "Do you realize that you're saying that about your mothers, your auntie, and all the people in your family that you love?" So he thought he was being cute and slick by saying that, let's be honest, has his son because all women are basically bisexual. So all of you women. Uh, I did say myself that a lot of them are dick starved, and so that's the attraction to have them in the sector. But they believe you are too. This is what they believe about you as well. When women get around, straight men, and they click get hard, and their coochies get wet. See, this is really what they think of you as well. So there was that little information that was put out on the YouTube street for you guys to hear. I don't know if that's true, but I do know a lot of studs are popping up pregnant. I'm just saying. Some studs do want to have children. Some studs are getting artificially inseminated. Some studs do have agreements with someone in their family who they not their family, their family of friends who understand that they do want children. They do not want to adopt. Uh some people are getting surrogates. Yes, just because you're a stud does not mean that you don't want to have children. And sometimes the clock may be ticking on the clock may be ticking on you, and then you have to figure out a way. Either you are or not going to go on and have your own children. You look at the Brat and Judy. The Brat is the stud in the relationship, but she was artificially inseminated and had a child herself. Even though Judy already had children, it must have been something in her that wanted to carry her own flesh and blood. That's a woman thing. That all women are different. All women do not want to go without children just because of their sexual orientation. That's all I have to say about that. Intrinsic is a stud. I don't think intrinsic is a stud. Okay, so there's that. Okay, what else? Where else am I? Ness is a stud. Yeah, Ness says she rocked Flicker's world. Ness says she grabbed Flicker, and some studs are what I would call being on the down low and still sleeping with men. And just like men, that's no different from men who are still who are on the down low, still sleeping with women. Yes, it takes all types of people to make up the world, but to just assume that all women are bisexual was my point. Um, all of this is true. There's all types of people in this world, but there is just no way that you can classify all women as being bisexual. There's no way that you can say that a stud woman has a child by because she all women tends to be bisexual, when this woman has told her story many a day. So the ignorance of it all, of these people who come over here and say such ignorant, crass things about such a sensitive topic, is just fucking disgusting, is my point. So I'm not going to tell her story. That's her story to tell. And the crassness of it, I've heard that story. I first heard it over there where her bro, her cousin. I first heard it over there on his channel, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that. That's brave of her to come out here, and that's a lot to get through. So I'm just saying, we have a we have these ignoramuses over here, talking real crass about situations and things that they have no idea about. While I can recognize beautiful women, and yes, I will compliment one, that doesn't mean I want to sleep with one. Exactly. Okay. Okay, what you're saying, exactly, Ronnie Q. Just because you're a stud doesn't mean you don't want to experience motherhood. Exactly. So, yeah, it was, yeah. So, a whole lot of shit was revealed, and most of it through him talking through his own mouth. Okay, there's an unknown era up here. I can't let you up. Thank you. Okay, connect your device. I don't know what an unknown error is, but how nasty Shakeen was to talk about her son and he refused to apologize as well. Oh wow. I got to tell my husband that he married to a bisexual woman for the past 28 and a half years. Wow, ain't that some ish? Girl, ain't that something? Chauvinistic asses. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, so what's the topic? Why the stud talk? Because I wanted to talk about that. God damn it. That's the topic right now. Shit. I wanted to talk about that. You offended, Spam? Spam, who was that in your picture? Is that Goddess? Is that Goddess in your picture? Okay. Hey, Barry Carey. Thank you for being. Sorry I missed your live, Barry Carey. I didn't even see that you had gone live. Okay. I don't know the Let's Be Honest story. Okay. Yeah. And Lemon didn't check him. Not at all. Or did he check him? I don't know. It's hard to tell when Lemon's in or out. I can't remember. I don't I can't remember. That's what I'm gonna say. I can't remember. Okay. I can't remember if Lemon checked him. I know that Jay Dunn and QI checked him. Okay. That's what I do know. I wouldn't be offended if my woman was bisexual. Of course not. Of course not. It take but not all men uh carry your viewpoints. Some men don't don't want their woman to be bisexual. So when did Ness curse out Code? She cursed him out not yesterday, the day before yesterday. She had an afternoon live Saturday. Saturday that would be. Okay. Oh, it was good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Ronnie Q, baby, she was going through something that day. Is that Goddess? That is Goddess? Is that when she was at the beach? I think that is Goddess. Spam. I haven't thought about Goddess in the longest. Lemon was probably asleep or playing like he was asleep, or or charging his phone. Let me charge my phone. Notification sucks. You didn't get a notification? Oh yes, that is Goddess. I thought that was Goddess. God damn, you went in the archives. You was in the crates digging up that picture. Okay, let me go. Okay. MBK left. ZX loyalist. Shakeem Shakeem Snorton. Okay, now let's get to some topical subjects. Okay, these are some things I want to talk about. Did you guys know that Harvey Weinstein conviction was overturned in New York City, and he's still in jail in Los Angeles? However, because he was found guilty in Los Angeles in 22, but the New York City case of 2020 where he was found guilty of the R word was overturned, and he's going to have to do a new trial. Were you guys aware of this? Isn't it funny what money can do for you? But unfortunately, he was also found guilty in Los Angeles, so he will still be in jail in LA. Of course, he's in a hospital right now, and it just fathoms me that it just amazes me that these people can go out and be in hospital. How bad off does a regular prisoner have to be before he's transferred to a hospital? Usually they take them to the infirmary. So he's in Los Angeles. He's in the hospital. I wonder if he's in a big old fancy ass hospital like Cedar-Sinai. I bet his funky ass is sitting up in Cedar-Sinai hospital when you got prisons in Alabama who are not even treating their patients that have cancer, and by the time they get finished serving their sentences, their cancer has spread into stage 4 cancer. You have prisons in Alabama who are when inmates pass away, they're shipping their bodies back to their loved ones with all their internal organs. And when the loved one asks, what is going on? Where are my loved one's internal organs? They say, oh, well, that's a part of being imprisoned here. They turn over, we get to keep all their organs. And there is a big lawsuit about these Alabama prisons from stealing all their internal organs. Now, without the internal organs, you cannot do an autopsy. So when you do an autopsy, you are able to find out many things, but they have taken their organs. So do we know that they have died from anything other than taking their organs? Are we do you know, do we know how these people died? Because you don't have their organs. And I don't know if they died just because you wanted to take their organs. Have you guys heard about this? Okay. He's in New York around the Q, and they said he's going back to Rikers Island. I thought that they said that he was in California. No, oh, I guess you're saying he's going back to Rikers. I thought he was in California. I know he has a conviction in California, so maybe they're sending him back to Rikers Island and then transporting him to California. That could be what it is. Okay, good morning. How are you? Okay, so he was arrested in New York City. His conviction was overturned. He's in the hospital now. Okay, so he's not going to be set free, is the whole point. Even though it was overturned in New York City, he is not going to be set free. Not yet. He's still in New York. Thank you, Spam. Thank you, Miss 313. Yeah, I was just like appalled at that. I saw it on CNN this morning. Thank you for that. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about Harvey Weinstein. His conviction is overturned, but he's not out of the woods yet. So I also want to talk about these two cases that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The first case is Sade Robinson. She was unalived in Milwaukee. 19-year-old. Okay. Are you guys familiar with that? She went out on a first date with a dude that she met, and they have a surveillance footage of her going to a place to eat in another place, and then they tracked her iPhone to his home, and after that, she didn't show up to work. Her friends and co-workers were worried about her. They filed a police report that night, and then the next day, someone was walking on the beach, and they found a decapitated leg that was decapitated all the way at the hip, and then they found other body parts. A detective who knew that she was missing then said that, hey, this could be our missing person. Sure enough, they start tracking her phones. The last location was the house of a suspect who has been arrested on first degree unaliving her. And they went into the house and they found other stains that they feel. Oh, her car was found burned out, and they have a surveillance picture of this man getting on a bus with a backpack, and it's also matches the surveillance picture of the man who was close to her car leaving her car. And then they have a picture of him and he got his full face. They arrested him on suspicion, and then once they went into his house, and they found a dungeon in his basement. They found a dungeon in his basement, and they found other stains that were actually blood, but these stains did not match Sade Robinson. So now what's going on right now is he has a good attorney, a real good attorney, and because his family is of means, his family is some family that is recognized as a upstanding family that owns insurance companies and things like this. And so his attorney asked for him to be released on $500,000 bail, but his bail remains at $5 million. So let me see. Yes, other victims. So let's talk about this. So now, you did not hear the news broadcasters say they reported that he had a dungeon. They did not say anything about all the missing Black women who have been going missing in Milwaukee. None of this was touched. They didn't want you to think that they have had a lot of people going missing in Milwaukee. Now, there are still body parts of her washing up to shore as we speak. A foot, a hand in all these types of things. But the newscasters who are supposed to be investigating stories are just taking what the police tell them, and they are not curious. They have no curiosity about any of this, understanding that this man had a dungeon in his basement, understanding that there was blood that did not belong to her smeared on a doorway in his house. None of that. No curiosity. Nothing. It took the family members to come out and speak that about all of these different women who have gone missing in the Milwaukee area. So what do you guys think about that? It's just horrible. Okay, let me see. Ronnie Q, a dungeon. Sounds like another Jeffrey. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So let me see. Okay. It's a lot of evil people out here. You can't even go on a date. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna show you a post that her mother put up. Let me see. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Somebody, the unknown era person. Yes, I do know that. I am aware that unknown era wrote something in the back chat. They wasn't trolling me. They were just writing something in the back chat. Unknown era. I am aware of that. Yes, I. That's exactly what it was. Okay, was this man? Uh, was this a man-made beach? I'm not sure. It's a beach because I think the Wisconsin is, I think it's up on against Lake Michigan, so it's not a man-made beach. Yeah, they have beaches at lakes as well. So I don't think it was a man. I'm not sure. I know it was a beach, and I'm pretty sure it butts up against Lake Michigan. So let me see. I'm gonna show you what the mother put out a statement uh because it's just so little voice put to her daughter's unaliving. So here is the statement that the mother put out. Okay, that bitch ass sick serial iller and his family will be revealed. Don't do no business with none of his family and etc., acting like they prestigious community well-to-do members on an insurance agency, raising and knowing their son a psycho and supporting him illing and dismembering my daughter and hiring an evil attorney defending them type of people. Black girls been going missing a while in Milwaukee. My baby had to be the angel that was chosen to reveal this sick ish. Uh, Justice will be served for my baby and our community of missing black girls. Justice for Sade. Okay, Jesus Jaws. Jesus Jaws. Hey girl. Hey
Girl,
girl.
good morning to everybody. I embrace that name because when I came up on Nessa's uh, panel last night, I know people always like, oh, there she goes. So Jay Don let me know that they say, oh, Lord, here comes Jesus Jaws. So when I came back up, I asked Ness, because she changed my name, and she said to what? And I said, Jesus Jaws. I embrace it. But
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say to you, you was just reading about that guy. I haven't watched the story yet. I just get so sick of it, but I want to watch it. If you notice, most of you said he had a dungeon. He comes
Mm-hmm.
from money. Have you noticed most of those serial killers, those who are really sick, they come from money. Just like Trayvon Martin. I met his mom, Sabrina Martin. But the guy who killed him, the murderer who killed Trayvon Martin, he came from means. His dad used to be a judge years
Yeah.
ago over, and he was very racist. If you notice, most of these people come from money, and they have the sickest minds, and they feel like money can, like you said, they're trying to get him a bond. If that
Uh,
was anybody else, he would never get a bond.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, and that's a good point because you look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, his family had houses that they could just leave, and he was left alone in his house while his father and his stepmother went off somewhere. They always have, they always just don't want to be bothered with them, and they just put them up in the house. Now, this dude had a house in a regular neighborhood and stuff. This dude who I'm talking about right here, he's a white dude too, and he had a
Yeah,
house in a regular neighborhood and stuff. And it wasn't no shack or anything. It was like a middle class suburban house, and he worked at a bar because he said he was going to pick up his W-2. So I don't think most people who are working at a bar and his hair was all matted in the back. He didn't seem like he would be able to live that lifestyle by himself. I'm saying, and they always have money to just do whatever, and just as long as they stay out of the family's hair. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and I have a doctor's appointment. But if you and you probably know this, the history like of Donald Trump. Most of these kids come from money. They're neglected. They send them off to schools, like you say. The parents don't want to be bothered. That was the issue with Donald Trump. And he was always kicked out of schools, and his dad would just pay money. And I remember a story. They said when he was younger, he was always a bully, and I think he might have been about 12, 11. But there was this little kid much younger than him that he was bullying, and he took the kid and held him outside of a window, like upside down, and he got in trouble. But he would always like military school, and he would get in trouble. His dad would just pay him off, and this is what you see today. This is I mean, it's so many things that he did and got away with. And when you keep letting people think they can get away with bad, we create narcissists, we create sociopaths. People create that stuff. And look at Donald Trump today. He feels like, listen, I've never gotten in trouble. I could get away with anything. He really believes that.
I got a story. I got a story on him because I don't know if a lot of people didn't listen to the Supreme Court hearing him his immunity case. See, Donald Trump has his lawyer in front of the Supreme Court saying that anything that he did in office he should be immune for. And I want to let you hear some of the things that these his attorneys are arguing that if it is done while he's in office, he should be immune for it because it is presidential duties. Girl, you ain't and
Uh,
you
that's a
girl,
joke.
they are actually saying this. And okay, so yeah, thank you for coming up.
Thank you, Bonnie.
There's another case. Okay, there's another case about Brittany Usen I'm doing. So we're gonna thank her for coming up, Jesus Jaw. So let's talk about Brittany Usen. Are you guys familiar with this case? And it's so apropos that I must cover this case because this is the young lady Brittany Usen. They had a balloon release for her on April 25th, and she got into it. It was about a social media beef. She got into it with this young lady, and they met up to fight. And there were other people who came and were filming the fight. They have different angles from different people's cell phones to film a fight. It sounds familiar. This happened in Louisiana. What is it? I forget. Right outside of New Orleans. I forget what's the name of I forget what city is Algiers, Louisiana. So then all of a sudden several gunshots rang out, and this woman was unalived. Okay, because they got together to have a fight, and other adults out there filming the fight, and this woman has been arrested on second degree homicide for this fight. This is the same woman. The filters are the devil. Unfortunately, the police station and jail stations don't have filters. So let's look at. I want to share with you what her family members have to say about this. A little short video about this. Okay, here we go.
Did you know that there's a simple combination of natural ingredients
I
that will
got
help
a
you poop
commercial.
out pounds of old rotten waste in your colon within just a matter?
Okay.
And being away from our children and from us, that's just unacceptable.
Well, tonight, for the first time since an arrest was made less than 24 hours ago, we are hearing from the mother of an Algiers woman killed earlier this week. Video of that incident circulated heavily on social media.
Yeah, and WDSU reporter Jonah Gilmore uncovered a connection between the women before he was sent out to breaking news.
The family of Brittany Houston is relieved after the person police had killed the 25-year-old is now behind bars.
I fell to the ground. I could not believe that this happened, that they were able to apprehend the shooter so quick.
Video posted to social media shows women fighting before a gunshot is heard. The family says, as difficult as it is to lose their loved one, seeing no one helped after the shooting adds to their pain.
All that time that they out there fighting, not one person.
The New Orleans Police Department arrested 32-year-old Neandra Woolridge in connection to the shooting, charging her with second-degree murder.
But you continue to pull that trigger and know that a bullet was going to come out after it was jammed 2 times, so you knew at that point what you intended to do.
The family says the 25-year-old was an unexpected twin and born premature, calling her their special baby that grew up to help those around her.
She's full of love, full of life. She loved unconditional, and she loved her sisters.
As the family remembers, the woman they say had so much life to live.
They should have been able to talk this out and be able to find a better solution to their disagreement.
They are now pleading with people to put the guns down and stop the violence.
She has 6 beautiful children who she loved dearly, held close to her heart, and it's so unfortunate that, my grandchildren will have to, go through life without her.
Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.
And Houston's family says the suspect's family has called and offered an apology and their condolences. Still, they say they will fight for justice as they prepare to bury the young mother of 6. The woman police say is responsible for that shooting is facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder, aggravated assault with a firearm, and battery.
Okay, so yeah, all of this over some social media bullshit, and you see all them grown women. Okay, yeah, I forgot to talk about the young lady that I spoke about earlier who was unalived and dismembered. She was 19 years old. She was about to graduate from a criminal justice program that they had at a not a junior college. A trade college? She was living on her own, paying her own bills. I don't think it was not a business thing that she met him for. It was an actual date that she met him for. But she seemed to be a promising young lady who was unalived by this person who had some goals and dreams, and they said she would work 2 jobs or 3 jobs to take care of the things that she needed to do. A 19-year-old living on her own in this day and age is like admirable. So that's what I wanted to say about the first young lady who was unalive, Sade Robinson. Okay, now the Brittany Houston. Okay, so what do you guys think about that second story? This woman had 6 children. Okay, and so that's not surprising. So this woman had 6 children, and I'm not saying anything demeaning about her. I'm just saying we're not surprised that people who may have a lot of children still are going out there and doing these things. But this is one of the things that happened because we've seen it on the YouTube streets here. So I'm just saying, what do you think? It's just crazy. It's just really crazy to me. Sad. Yes, it is. Sometimes filters save my eyes. You need to think of your babies before going out to fight. Yes. Okay. Filters are the devil. Okay, now you want me to cry Argentina tears for her. No, I just wanted to, no, I just wanted to tell the story. I wanted to have a conversation about it because it's not like we just saw a story similar to this on yesterday. I'm not asking nobody to cry any tears for her. I am just saying, like, people act like it can't happen. Act like it can't happen. Yeah. So I thought that she left kids at home like them. I, I don't know, did she, or are you saying she did, or are you just being facetious? Did she leave her kids at home to go out there and do this? Okay. I wonder, as pretty as Sade was, uh, why would she agree to date that funky looking white man? Oh, he looked funky. His hair was all matted in the back, and I was just like, wow, not you, Ronnie Q. Okay, yeah, because we now. And it's just so like weird. I didn't just like pull the story out. When I heard the story, I was gonna do this story. So don't get it twisted. Okay, so I'm seeing her mom. I'm seeing her mom. The social media. I don't get it. Yeah. So those are the stories that I wanted to cover. Now let's talk about Cave Beast for sure. Oh my God. Okay, now let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so I want you to hear. Okay, I hope you guys are tuned into this election stuff because I want you to hear what is being argued before the Supreme Court in that 45 is arguing before the Supreme Court because that he is going to be going on trial in New York City and he's trying to get a lot of the things that are in this trial that he's going on trial for to be thrown out under presidential immunity. So now the Supreme Court, who seems to be doing his bidding, took this case at the very last minute before they're going on break. And they're suspecting that the Supreme Court is going to come up with some excuses that they need to send it down to a lower court to go through some hoops and different metrics and stuff that are not. Now they've already gone through all these lower courts, and then he took it to the Supreme Court. So they're afraid that the Supreme Court is going to make up some new metrics that they must pass at the lower court, send it back to them to stall and let the election go forth in hopes that he would win. Because it's awful crazy that they are arguing this case, and when they brought up facts and particulars about this case, the justices said, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's do a hypothetical. They refused to even address the issues that is in the case that they are hearing. They only wanted to talk about things in hypothetical. They didn't want to talk about anything about what happened on January 6th. They only wanted to talk in hypotheticals. Let me let you hear this yourself. See, because this is very interesting and very scary. So if you guys uh did not hear this, I think you guys will be quite surprised.
It's hard work, but nutrition gaps in your diet are inevitable.
Elector fraud, which was indicted again, more people.
I know you don't want to see Donald Trump retake the White House.
Oh my God, another commercial. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Let me get the timestamp. 2:06. Here we go.
For nearly twice that amount of time. But almost immediately at the start of proceedings, under questioning from Justice Sonia Sotomayor, we got confirmation that the appeals court hypothetical, that crazy hypothetical about Trump being able to assassinate his political enemies and never be charged for it, we got confirmation right at the start that that was not a fluke. President Trump, in fact, maintains, and his lawyers maintain, that he really is immune from prosecution, specifically for killing his political rivals.
I'm going to give you a chance to say if you stay by it. If the president decides that his rival is a corrupt person and he orders the military or orders someone to assassinate him, is that within his official acts that for which he can get immunity?
It would depend on the hypothetical, but we can see that could well be an official act.
It could, and why?
That could be an official act, really. He might officially, as part of his presidential duties, want to kill his domestic political rival. And if it's an official act, Trump's lawyers say, well, he's immune from prosecution for that. So in other words, yes, we think he should be able to do that. Anything else you want to clarify that he should be able to do? It turns out quite a bit, actually. It's not just assassinating his individual domestic political opponents. It's worse than that. Over to you, Justice Kagan. Again, here questioning Trump's counsel, John Sauer.
If a president sells nuclear secrets to a foreign adversary, is that immune?
That sounds like, similar to the bribery example, likely not immune. Now, if it's structured as an official act, he would have to be impeached and convicted first before.
What does that mean if it's structured as an official act?
Well, I don't know in the hypothetical whether or not that would be an official act. You'd probably have to have more details to apply the Blazing Game analysis or even the Fitzgerald analysis that we've been talking about.
How about if a president orders the military to stage a coup?
I think that, as the Chief Justice pointed out earlier, where there's a whole series of, sort of guidelines against that, so to speak, like the UCMJ prohibits the military from following a plainly unlawful act. Now, if one adopts, for example, the Fitzgerald test that we advanced, that may well be an official act, and he would have to be, as I'll say in response to all these kinds of hypotheticals, has to be impeached and convicted before he can be criminally prosecuted. But I emphasize to the court that—
Well, he's gone. Let's say this president who ordered the military to stage a coup. He's no longer president. He wasn't impeached. He couldn't be impeached. But he ordered the military to stage a coup, and you're saying that's an official act.
I think it would depend.
That's immune.
I think it would depend on the circumstances whether it was an official act. If it were an official act, again, he would have to be impeached.
Well, what does that mean, depend on the circumstances? He was the president. He is the commander-in-chief. He talks to his generals all the time, and he told the generals, I don't feel like leaving office. I want to stage a coup. Is that immune?
If it's an official act, there needs to be impeachment and conviction beforehand, because the framers viewed that kind of
If it's an official act, is it an official act?
If it's an official act, it's impeachment.
Is it an official act?
On the way you've described that hypothetical, it could well be. I just don't know. You'd have to, again, it's a fact-specific, context-specific determination.
That answer sounds to me as though it's like, yeah, under my test, it's an official act, but that sure sounds bad, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly sounds very bad, and that's why the framers have a whole series of structural checks that have successfully, for the last 234 years, prevented that very kind of extreme hypothetical.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The fact that he's arguing for exactly what the Constitution has set up. He's arguing that Trump should be immune and saying that the Constitution has set up all these guardrails to prevent her hypothetical from happening. So therefore, give us immunity. And this, well, why would I give you immunity if the Constitution has already set up these guardrails? And he's telling her, well, under my under what your hypothetical, yeah, he could be immune from doing these things. But the Constitution has said, well, if the Constitution has already set up, he don't need no motherfucking immunity. What are you here for? It's a bunch of bullshit. And you got seven of the they said at least 7 of the 9 judges seem to be leaning that they are going to leaning his way, don't want to talk about the facts of the case that is in front of him, which is the things that he's done, but they want to talk about hypotheticals and not talk about specifics of the case. Okay, so that's what I wanted to hear. I hate that my sound was out. The bad deal he made in office, he has to pay. Okay. Not when you have a crazed president and a weak GOP House members. Okay, you got to share. I respect your opinion, but would you want an Agent Orange back in the White House? Sometimes we have to pick our battles. Exactly. This, he can do a world of damage. And they are trying to say that if it is considered to be a presidential act, he is immune from it. But if it's a private act, he can be tried for it. And these are the things he can stage a coup. He can declare that his political rival is dangerous or needs to be taken out. He can do all of these things and declare that these are presidential acts. Now, he's already is declaring that him taking those nuclear secrets and all of that other White House secrets and all that stuff to his Mar-a-Lago home to be within his right that he declassified it, and he had the right to declassify it. But there are steps and measures to declassify information which he did not take, and he could not have taken it again with the things that he has taken to his Mar-a-Lago home. So to usurp all of that, he wants to have it declared that anything that a president do under presidential powers is he can't be tried for, he's immune from. So how far do you think he will stretch these presidential powers to make himself immune and to be able to do any and everything, including he can cancel elections under his presidential power. He can call for what is it? When the National Guards take over the street, he can do that under his presidential immunity. He can do all of that. I mean, like, yeah, it's a mess. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Brother of the suspect in the Sade case was accused of first-degree SA of a same child 2011. Oh, in 2011. Oh, so it's a family of those predators. So yeah. Okay. Keep in mind he's pushing boundaries that have no precedence. Yes, he is. Okay. Him and Biden took classified documents to their personal home, claiming them to be declassified. The Democrats and the Republicans are two wings on the same birds, in my opinion. Okay. I don't think Biden. I don't think Biden said that his were declassified. I think Biden said that it was a mistake. Nonetheless, he took them. He cooperated, and he gave them all back. So I get what you're saying, but there was a difference. He did not try to say that these are my documents; they belong to me because I declassified them through a mysterious declassification of documents. He didn't do any of that. That's what Donald Trump did, and to keep them. And he also hid documents from the agents who came to retrieve martial law. Thank you, thank you. I was like, I can't believe I couldn't remember the name martial law. So there's a difference. There is a subtle difference. And this is no good for anyone. Now, the last thing, the last thing that wait a minute. I really need to let you hear these Supreme Court justices, entertain that they do not want to hear any facts on the case. It's just a minute and a half clip. Bear with me. I just want you to hear it come out of their mouth that we don't want to hear about no facts of this case. Let's talk about some bullshit. I want you to hear this. I cannot believe this. Okay. And Clarence Thomas, they said he basically recused himself. The only question he asked was who gave the authority to appoint Jack Smith, the lead prosecutor in this case. That's the only thing that Clarence Thomas wanted to know was about Jack Smith. He didn't want to know shit about this case. Okay, so let me get through this commercial. Okay, let me get my timestamp. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen real quick. Just a minute and a half.
Unlikely. He specifically called it, and I quote, very, very unlikely as a scenario.
That is the wisdom of the framers. What they viewed as the risk that needed to be guarded against was not the notion that the president might escape.
Wrong timestamp. 1 minute. Here we go. Here we go.
Ruling will come down based on the comments from the justices when the case was heard. With that caveat, though, it seemed clear today that the most conservative justices were inclined to side with Trump, not just on a technicality, but possibly on the substance. Justice Clarence Thomas suggesting today that presidents are always committing crimes. Shout out to Operation Mongoose from Justice Clarence Thomas today. Justice Brett Kavanaugh and Justice Samuel Alito today describing prosecutors and judges and even grand juries of citizens in terms that would be right at home in a Trump social media feed about how there isn't really a rule of law in this country and that what looks like our supposed legal system is really just corrupt people who are out to get Donald Trump. The conservative justices today were absolutely and consistently unwilling to discuss Trump's alleged crimes as laid out in the indictment that led to this case, to the point that it became almost a comedic, gymnastic effort at avoidance between Justice Alito and the lawyer for special counsel Jack Smith.
If the court has concerns about the robustness of it, I would suggest looking at the charges in this case.
Well, I'm going to talk about this in the abstract.
Conspiracies to defraud the United States with respect to one of the most important functions, namely the certification of the next president.
Well, I don't want to dispute the particular application of 371, conspiracy to defraud the United States, to the particular facts here.
It's difficult to think of a more critical function than the certification of who won the election.
You know, I'm not, as I said, I'm not discussing the particular facts of this case.
Stop with the facts. Stop.
Now, see, that guy, the guy that they showed pictured, that is the attorney for who's speaking against, against this immunity, who works for Jack Smith. And you hear this Supreme Court justice over and over and over again say he don't want to talk about the specifics of this case. So I'm just saying this because I think that I have not seen this covered enough. I think that this is just disgusting. What do you guys think about this? Okay. I cannot believe that anyone is supporting this, especially black folks. Okay. Thank you for putting the copyright act up for me. Okay. 300 facts. Biden wanted black people to get life in prison just for weed charges. Kamala was right behind him. Biden, however, listen, everybody has a pass. Uh, I don't know that that's what was in the crime bill. I know he was one of the writers of the crime bill that put more black people in jail, and it was very detrimental to black people. But I also know that Biden was the one who decriminalized people and got a lot of people out of jail. It doesn't negate the hours and the days and the months and the people who passed away in jail behind marijuana bills. But I know that in his presidency, he has loosened those federal laws on marijuana convictions. So that's what I do know. So, okay, so this is the choice. This is the choice. What he did in the past, what he did since he's been president, or authoritarian government. See, these are the choices we have. Now you got to choose which bed you're gonna sleep in. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Unfortunately, it's this way. I would have loved for someone else to have primary Biden, but this is not the reality that I'm living in today. So we can say all of these things, but this is not the so you think that Trump live in black people care about black people when he would have the people who accepted the application for all of his rental properties to put a C on the back for colored to make sure that those people wouldn't get in the building. So you think he's going to do anything better for black people? Okay, so I'm just trying to live in the reality because there are a lot of these arguments that are shooting up, and there are a lot of people who are, bowing out. I'm not going to vote for either one of them. Let's be real. A lot of people who have these arguments, who have these attitudes, feel like, hey, I'm not going to vote for either one of them. It's likely that this case is not going to make it to trial, and it's likely that once he get in office, he can stave off this case. So what are we doing here? Oh, I don't know what the people are doing here. The link is pinned if anybody want to talk to me about it, because this is craziness. What in the entire fuck? Okay, one more short clip for you guys. Okay, so we have the judge who said that who's from the ninth, I think he's from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, who is going to tell you why he let the Trump case go through. This is my last clip, and you really need to listen to this judge. His name is Judge Ludwig, and he is blasting the Supreme Court for this performance that I showed you a little piece of. And we're going to see who he is and what he has to say about this. Okay, let's go.
Retired former federal judge J. Michael Ludick. He previously served on the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. Crucially, he helped this country avoid a constitutional crisis when on January 5th, 2021, he advised then Vice President Mike Pence that he did not have the authority to not certify Joe Biden's victory, contrary to what Donald Trump was pressuring Mike Pence to do. Judge, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Allie. Thank you for having me on with you this morning.
Judge, as you posted on social media after the hearing, the Supreme Court hearing, oral arguments on Thursday, one of your takeaways was that, quote, the court and the parties discussed everything but the specific question presented, end quote. I want to understand what you believe the specific question that the court should have been considering is and why it didn't succeed in addressing it.
Allie, the Supreme Court has now fiddled while Rome is almost burned to the ground, all but trivializing the existential threat to America's democracy and the rule of law facing the country. America's democracy and the rule of law are the heart and soul of the nation. It's our democracy and rule of law that have made America the beacon of freedom for the world for almost 250 years. Donald Trump's attempt to overturn the 2020 presidential election did drive a stake through America's democracy and the rule of law. His efforts to overturn the election both disqualified him from the presidency under the 14th Amendment, and it rendered him subject to prosecution for his offenses against the United States. Yet, 3.5 years later, the former president has remained unapologetically defiant. This week, he argued, as you said, to a receptive Supreme Court that he is absolutely immune from prosecution for his offenses. Indeed, and that all presidents must be absolutely immune from prosecution for the crimes they commit while in office, in order that he and all future presidents will be free to faithfully execute the laws without fear that they will be held accountable for the crimes they commit while in office. That this absurd argument is even being made before the Supreme Court is an embarrassment to the Constitution and to our country. This said, the Supreme Court seriously entertained the former president's argument earlier this week, clearly telegraphing that it was tempted by this preposterous argument, all the while barely even mentioning the narrow and only question presented to the court for decision, namely whether the former president may be prosecuted for the specific offenses he committed in attempting to overturn the 2020 election and remain in power against the will of the American people. Allie, there's not even an argument under the Constitution that a president of the United States is immune from prosecution for attempting to overturn an American election, remain in office, and cling to power in defiance of the will of the American people.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link right there. You hear him clearly state that it's ludicrous that the Supreme Court is even sitting up there listening to this, bringing this, and not even wanting to discuss anything about the question of should he be immune from the crimes that he commits in office. So I dropped the link there for you. You guys can finish listening to it for yourselves. I think that this is some very, very scary times here. I mean, these are the things that we are up against here as voters. And, you know, a lot of people are disenfranchised. A lot of people are not pleased with Joe Biden, but you know, they are not really giving you this type of information. You really have to search out your information, and I hope that people will do that. I hope that people, despite how they feel, will go out and vote. And really kind of try to understand what situation we are in right now. I'm not telling you who to vote for. Do your homework and vote for somebody, because there are some real serious things going on. Okay. So with that, that's all I have today. I really wanted to touch on that. I have, you know, I think that it's important that, you know, we try to, you know, inform ourselves about what's going on in the world and what's going to affect us in our real lives, as much as we inform ourselves about the BS that we use as escapism on YouTube. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that there was a hearing in the Supreme Court, and that's how it went, basically. So we'll see what happens. All right. So thank my mods, Very Carey, Choreo Lover. Thank you for putting up all my disclaimers that I forgot to put up. And you guys, Very Carey, Choreo Lover, for announcing the Perfect Pet competition June 8th. It's going to be at noon Pacific Standard Time here on my channel. If your pet any pet can perform 3 commands of your choice. There will be one winner takes all for this competition. And it doesn't matter what type of pet it is. If it's an unconventional pet that can do an obstacle course with 3 obstacles, you're more invited. You're more than welcome to attend. Also, we're going to have a pre-game show, which is going to be a beauty pageant. Winner takes all in that. One winner for both competitions. The main competition with the bigger prize will be the command competition, but we will have a nice prize for the beauty competition. So let me know if you want to enter your pet in either or both competitions. We're going to have judges, 3 panel judges, and the chat will also vote. All the scores will be tallied. We have a rubric with certain things are going to be looked at, voted on, and we're going to add up the numbers, and that's who's going to win the prize. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming out and having a little discussion with me. It's been great having you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you for all my new members. If you're a member or a new member or old member, and if you want to get the keychain that I send out to all my members, I understand you all may not want one. You all may not. I understand. Okay, but if you want one, just give me look on my community wall. There's a post for the members, and you will be able to contact me, and all the information's there. Okay. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. If you want to support the channel, you can Cash App $ Ronnie Q. And with that, let me make sure I got everything that I wanted. Yeah, I think I just sometimes I leave my show and it be some clips that I have that I wanted to share. I got everything. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you guys on the YouTube streets. God bless you and adieu. Bye-bye.